What is up, y'all? What is going on? This is gonna be a little late night one. 11:04 p.m. on a Friday night. Gotta work tomorrow in the morning for a couple hours. But I gotta tell you, I had a great night tonight. And honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't stay out longer. Oh, got a cop behind us. Go get him. Go get him, partner. He in the 4-1 F-150. Anyways, I gotta say, what a beautiful night. And honestly, it was amazing. You know, I'd be asking, Luke, what'd you do? Well, Luke went out to Olive Garden. Someone. And we had some sangrias, or we had one sangria each. You know, had a little chicken parm, some salad, breadsticks, took it home. And I've never felt this way with anyone, and I think the reason is because I'm gonna be straight up with you. I've never had a relationship build this slowly, in a good way. And it's because, I don't know, I'm more mature now. Maybe I'm not affiliating with a bunch of, you know? So, as you progress in life, in age, financially, career-wise, maturity, you start to look for more important things. And I think when I was younger, I was just basically taking what was ever free, you know? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't like out on the streets. But I definitely said yes to people I should have said no to. And now, I've chosen to hang out with this girl twice now. 2 dates. 2 dates down. Our first date was great. I kept it low-key, nice and chill. We just went to a Colombian spot I know of. And then went to walk out some parks and lakefronts. It was really nice. It's kind of awkward because I don't talk and I'm quiet and I'm weird. And we watched like a couple episodes of anime. That was pretty cool. And walked around a little bit. And that was fun. But I could tell, like, I don't know if like walking around parks is her thing. I don't know. This girl's like hard to read. And usually, like, while girls are very shy when it comes to, you know, boys and stuff, for the most part, their emotions are on their shoulder. And you're able to kind of like, yeah, okay, you know, this person's into me or not. With this girl, I got no clue. The only thing that I know is that I got her wing girl, my wing girl, telling me, yeah, she thought about this about the date. Great feedback, thank you. Take this quick survey, 5 minutes, because your boy dumb as hell. I need it. I need that feedback. But yeah. Also, peep the haircut, homie. Whoa, got faded up on the sides? Ooh, who did that? Me. Just throwing that one out there. And I had a great night tonight. Let's circle back to tonight. Took this girl out to Olive Garden. We met up in a parking lot. And the reason is because I got a tire inflator. Because her tires are flat. And before we ended the night tonight, I filled up all of her tires. And that was really cool. I enjoyed that because I don't have a tire pump for my car. So I was like, hey, what's $25 or whatever? I think it was 30, but I'm like, hey, I'll keep it in my car. I'll use it whenever she needs it, but then also I'll have it, you know? I might even get a second one for her for Christmas. I don't know. It depends on if her family gets her one, because I think she was already asking for one. And She seems like a good girl with a good family, you know? I think that's important. I mean, definitely, we all have our family problems, but at the end of the day, you know, family, you know? That's it. Can't change it. Man, the cops are out tonight. It's only 11. See, here's the thing. Is he... He's following him? Okay, there. So that's the classic case of you do not pull left to get pulled over by a cop. That's not how it works. You always pull right. And the reason you don't do that is because it's a law. And if you break that law right in front of a cop after he has instructed you to stop and pull over, you're supposed to pull over, not pull to the left. The left is the express lane, which is for passing. You know, it's the passing lane. You're not supposed to pull to the left. Anyways. So he's probably going to get a ticket now because he wasn't following the rules. He was speeding. And now he's pissed off the cop because he did something else wrong. Just throwing that one out there. If you are new to driving, is you always pull over to the right. That's not that hard. But after Olive Garden tonight, we went over to Ice in the Gaylord Palms. And that's a hotel with they set this thing up during Christmas time where they make these big old ice sculptures. I mean, huge. I mean, I'm not talking about like for a fancy buffet or whatever. I'm talking about a freezer with ice sculptures that have been dyed. And today, or this year, was Rudolph. And it was really cool. And at the end, they have this nativity scene where if y'all are Christian or Catholic or whatever, the full meaning of Christmas is really shown there at the end. And it's beautiful because most of everything you saw during that like whole tour that you got to see is all like colored, and it's Rudolph, and it's really bright and colorful for the kiddos, and it looks great. But then right before you walk out, you get these just amazing, gorgeous, I mean, like sculptures of like angels and the nativity, and it's all ice with no coloring in it. And it's got perfect lighting, and it just looks stunning. And it's a great note to end the night on, but that's not it. Because when I was little, we went to Gaylord Palms when I was a kid. By the way, they give you a parka now. It gets really cold in there, by the way. You better walk quick, because I was in there for enough time where my hands were getting, oh no. So it was really nice to get out of there at the exact time that we did. You wouldn't want a tour longer than what it was, because you was freezing in there. Oh, man, I'm tired. I'm going to go home and crash. What else? I'm trying to think here. After Ice, we're walking around. Oh, by the way, when I was little, in the hall of the hotel itself, which I believe is mad expensive, because the parking I paid just to be at Ice was, oh no, $40. And that's based on every 30-minute increment that you are there present. So that added up pretty quick, because we were there for, I mean, a couple hours. Fun fact, if you get tickets for $8.45, you can go in early. It's no big deal. They kind of have those slots to try to, like, not have such a large line of people. But you can walk in at any time as long as you got your tickets. Just throwing that one out there. Don't stray too far from your time, but yeah, you can definitely do that. Which was nice, because we were getting bored in the car. We were watching a movie, we were listening to music, and we're all right, it's time to walk in. And then after Ice, these big old slides and stuff that you can check out. The thing is that like the huge slides for like even adults too, or the snowball arena, that all cost extra money and extra tickets and different things like that. I checked the website before I went, and it was like $30 per experience, you know. Like, you can see ice, but if you want to go down the slide once, it's going to be another $30. And I was kind of glad that the girl I was with was not really, like, that excited about, like, going down the slide. Because I was like, I mean, I'll do it, but dang, like, $30 a pop per person just to go on it once. I'm kind of glad she didn't really, like, she didn't really seem interested in it. Because that would, you know, that would have just been added on top of tonight. But I had a great night. And after ice, we went around Gaylord Palms, and there was all these cool trails that are in the center of the area, and there's some weird stuff thrown in there, but they've got koi fish and like a little water area, a lot of like different waterfalls. It was really beautiful, and it was fun because I was just like, let's just get lost in here. And I think that was like enough of like 30 minutes of walking or something, just going between the little trails and that like little circle, which is pretty fun. And then after, you know, I'm sitting in the car going, it's 10 now, or 9:30, or I think it was 8:45 to 9, and I'm like, man, it's kind of late. Do you want to go to Disney Springs? I know it's kind of late, you know, that's only like 2 hours there. I gotta work in the morning. She's like, yeah, I understand, like, I got my dog at home. And I'm like, yeah, real. And I'm kind of glad we stopped when we did, because, man, I am tired now. I'm glad I'm talking to you, because it's the only way I'm going to be able to stay up properly. And I got to tell you, man, if you're with a girl, you better make sure you are supplied on the caffeine, because there's something that happens in your brain, especially after a date like tonight, while you're just like holding hands and stuff. Something I haven't felt in my brain for a very long time. I got kind of a rush. I know it's the hormones flowing and everything like that, honeymoon phase, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, the oxytocin was flowing, you know what I mean? Though I could tell in my brain, like, I was sober at this point, like, completely. I had a bunch of water. There's a bunch of time differential in there. I mean, we were chilling for a while in the car, then ice, then walking around. Like, I'm sober. I'm good to go right now. I'm telling you that right now. Don't ever drink and drive. But as for the hormones, it's such an unfamiliar feeling to me. I kind of almost got a headache from it. It's so intense. I don't know. I do have to say that this girl is so shy, I cannot read her. And that's what I was trying to get to before, is that tonight I feel like I could have gone in for a kiss or something like that. But I'm an idiot. And I'm also respectable, you know, I'm not gonna like push it. So like, I'm telling you right now, if you have never kissed a girl or whatever, you should always apply the 90-10 rule from Will Smith's Hitch movie. And if you've never watched Hitch and you're a young boy aspiring to be great, I suggest you watch it, because it teaches you what weakness to avoid and how to approach. Because that's your main problem. Once they get to know you, you're either funny or you're not, you're attractive or you're not, whatever. But the main problem that almost all men have is that they do not know how to approach a girl. Don't get me wrong, I don't either. But I'm telling you, at the bare minimum, after that first date, second date, whatever, you gotta go in for the kiss. That's important. I went in for it tonight, but it was subtle. It was eye contact. It was back and forth between the lips and the eyes. It was getting really close, but not like uncomfortable. And I gauged to see if she stepped back. She didn't. And I just held it for a second. And usually, a more eccentric girl would take that opportunity and give me the eyes. You know what eyes I'm talking about. Those kitty, those puppy girl, like eyes, you know? Like, give me, you know? I didn't see give me, so I backed off. But don't get me wrong, I wanted to kiss this girl tonight. Nothing else, just I wanted a kiss. But I didn't need a kiss. I'm fine without it for now. And honestly, the slower a relationship builds, the more strong it is. And I know because, see, us guys, our love language is touch. That means if a girl takes advantage of you and you're for it, I'm talking like you are pinned down and she's like, do you want me? And you're like, yeah, yes please, you know? That right there is like, that is love language right there. A guy can be physical with a girl, and yeah, he might ghost her after because he's accomplished everything he set out to accomplish, but he's most likely going to chase that feeling, but also develop feelings for her if he didn't already have them. But that's the fascinating thing about it. Oh, I'm almost home, thank God. I just find that very interesting, you know? But then on the girl's side, it's more emotional, it's mental, it's social. You have to be a lot more selective. I'll be real. Guys are hoes. Guys are out here on the streets. They did a social experiment, which is kind of goofy, but still. One guy asked 100 women, or whatever. He was like, do you want to come back to my place right now? No one said yes, at all. You know what a girl did? When she went out and asked 100 men if they could go back to her place. By the way, she was a white girl, so like, and they're on a college campus, so the guys aren't as scared as they should be. But if a girl ever invites you out to a place without ever knowing your name, she's trying to take your kidney. However, a bunch of these guys said yes. And it's because guys be hoes out here because they think that physical interaction is the most, like, pinnacle of the relationship. So, hang on.